What's not relaxing is planning a wedding. The whole process of an engagement and wedding used to be very predictable, being dictated by tradition. However, with our changing cultures, we're seeing more and more of those traditions adjusted or just becoming obsolete. From walking down the aisle alone to throwing out the garter or off, the landscape of traditional wedding day is changing, but is it for better or worse? Now, recently, not so long ago, we would have seen the royal wedding of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Hands up, who watched it? Because no shame here, I was excited and I watched it, but who watched it?
No. You're on your own. No.
Oh, man, come on, not even a little bit of enthusiasm?
So the last royal wedding I watched was when I was probably about 5 or 6, and it was Lady Di and Prince Charles.
Oh,
yeah, they wheeled out the TV and we all watched.
Rolled out the TV.
Rolled out the TV, I like it.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of Lady Di, we've actually got someone on the production team here who has shaken her hand and met her. Can you take a guess? Who do you think it might have been?
Ooh.
Who's old enough?
Yeah, I know. Do they want to identify themselves?
I'm trying to think who would have been the traveller who might have been there. Julie?
No one here. No one here. So it's from our
production.
production team, yeah.
Ooh, I don't know.
No guesses?
Tell us.
I'll tell you, it was AJ.
Oh, AJ, he's the voice in your ear today.
He's the voice in my ear today. If you're lucky, you might actually get to shake his hand because he shook Lady Di's.
Was he a little baby?
Oh, no. No. I think it was at school in Canberra. Oh, thank you. Excellent, thank you.
Have you washed it, AJ?
You touched the hand of royalty.
I would treasure this forever.
Wow. The hand that touched the hand that touched Lady Di's hand.
Need to hear that story sometime.
I think it was Canberra School a long time ago when she was out here. But going back to weddings and tradition, do you think we're sort of losing some of those traditions? And is that something you're sad about?
No.
No. Why?
Was that too
Tell
quick?
us about yours.
No. Yeah, it was fine. Why?
Well, I was just thinking about what you were saying about throwing out the garter, throwing off the garter.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did not want that in my wedding whatsoever. Like, just the thought of, So, I mean, it's really good that I really like the opportunity to be able to pick and choose. Like, even the whole father giving away the mom thing, father giving
away the bride.
daughter. Yeah, I actually had my mom, backstory is that my dad's passed away as well, but that wasn't the reason as well. So I had my mom walk me down, and then I had my husband to meet us halfway, and we walked down together.
I was a bit disappointed about that with the royal wedding, I have to admit, that Meghan Markle's mum didn't bring her down the aisle because she didn't.
So I thought you said you didn't watch it.
I didn't watch it, but I heard that they had to find some other, because it has to be a man to walk her down.
But
I thought it should have been her mum.
This is the royal family, though. I mean,
And they're very, very traditional. And I thought it was impressive that they sort of adjusted some of those traditions.
My daughter's father has passed away, and secretly I'm hoping that they'll ask me. I wouldn't ask them to ask me, but I'm kind of hoping.
Secretly on
maybe
national
they'll watch
television.
this,
well done, yeah.
Okay, so is there any changes? Did you have any changes in the traditions of marriage at your wedding?
Yeah, totally. I mean, we wanted a traditional church wedding. We wanted that look and feel. But then we wanted to write our own vows. You know, we wanted to, and we were aware that there are various different traditions around the world. I mean, the UK, for example, the bride comes down first and the bridesmaids come behind.
Right.
Whereas in Australia, we tend to do the American thing where the bride is the grand finale. So we went with that. We used some aspects of the traditional vows, but didn't use others. You know, do we really want to go with the whole love, honour and obey thing, or, you know, I was actually listening to Melody talk about her wedding the other day, and some of the traditional elements that she brought from different cultures and brought that together. That fascinated me. A tea ceremony or something?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's whose tradition are we talking about as well? Yeah. And so we had to incorporate like my Chinese tradition. So we had a tea ceremony for the parents just to pay respect.
Oh, nice.
And then we had a little bit of a lion dance at the end during the reception as well, which isn't actually traditional Chinese wedding as well. It's actually a Chinese New Year thing. But
I like that pick and choose thing, though.
Yeah.
I like it too. I think what I really appreciate about all these changes that we're seeing in tradition is that people are questioning why they're doing them. Whereas I think I look back at my wedding and there's some things I just did because that's what was done at a wedding, and then there were other things I let go
my
of.
older brother having a big argument with my mother about having a toast to the Queen. Back in the 70s.
you watched it, right? Did Meghan Markle and Prince Harry toast the Queen?
Well, on the way out, at the end of the ceremony, they sang "God Save Our Gracious Queen," and then in the carriage on the way out, he saluted her as they rode past.
But that's the reception, isn't it? The
but
toast to the
it
Queen's
was
at the
relevant to
reception.
them. It was their mother.
Yeah, his grandmother. Yeah.
Our reception was at a Greek taverna, smashing plates
Oh, I
and
love
bouzouki
that.
music. My wife's
That's
not
very
Greek.
Greek
I'm not Greek. We just loved it.
You just
It's
brought it
pick and
in.
choose. Yeah.
Yes,
Well, I
see, I
got
didn't-
married 18 months ago, and so being a second wedding, we did it totally differently. And the first time around, we had 25 people. That was it. At home.
Yeah.
Yeah, just really casual.
Yeah.
It's nice.
I think as long
Which
as
is
we're
nice,
putting
yeah.
a lot of focus, I think, into our marriages and not necessarily the wedding day, I think you can't go wrong.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.